Hello everyone, this is Garrett204 and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. This is our first one here in our new 1.5:1 scale, and of course we gotta build one of the most iconic tanks in history, the Tiger 1. Now, before we go ahead and jump into taking a quick look at the vehicle, I do want to go ahead and real quickly just ask for some feedback. What do you guys think about the little intro graphics with the dimensions of the vehicle and all that? Just trying to kind of spice things up a little bit, and I thought they were pretty cool. Something a little bit more unique and an easier way to kind of depict the build dimensions for you guys. So hopefully you guys did enjoy that, and if you do, definitely be sure to let me know. Now, obviously the Tiger 1 here is a super iconic tank. This was used by Germany during World War II and was pretty much used throughout most of the war, and was probably one of the most feared tanks from Germany just due to its kind of legend status, even though in real operational use it wasn't that crazy of a tank. But I do love the Tiger 1. Gotta be one of my favorite World War II tanks just because, the legend of it. And with that, let's go ahead and take a quick look at it and we'll jump into the tutorial. So as you can see here, we have it in its tan color scheme. This was the typical color scheme that the Germans were painting the tanks, I would say, mid to late war. And obviously when they got out in the field, they would be camouflaged. So we just have it in the tan color scheme here. You have your front little gunner there, the driver's viewport, some details here on the front. Of course, the turret with the long 88mm gun, and a little machine gun mounted on the side of the turret up here next to the commander's cupola. On the back here, we do have a little bit of detailing with some of the vents and, exhausts. And on the very back here, we do have just, the rear of the tank, really nothing too crazy with that. So again, this is done in a 1.5:1 scale. This will be the new scale I will be going ahead and building most of my tutorials in. So if you guys do love this, definitely be sure to leave a like on the video, comment what you'd like to see next, and without further ado, let's go ahead and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layer. Now, jumping into this tutorial, we are going to be going ahead and using a couple of I guess you can say modded blocks. Now, the first one being here is we do have an item frame that is a invisible item frame. So as you can see, placed it, you can't see it. I will be putting the command for that down in the video description. You can get them on Bedrock, so if you are on Bedrock, they will be accessible to you. If for some reason you can't, then you'll just have to go ahead and just use a normal item frame. We're also going to be going ahead and using the Debug Stick, and again, I'll be putting the command for that in the video description as well. This is going to be only a Java feature, and we're going to be using it for a few things here and there just to make things look a little bit cleaner, but this vehicle can be built without the use of the Debug Stick. It's just things are going to be a little bit better here and there if you do use the Debug Stick. With that though, let's go ahead and dive into the tutorial. Now, the first thing we're going to be going ahead and doing is we're going to be going ahead and placing down a upside down deep slate tile stair. So just like that. We're going to go ahead and then place down a stripped birchwood log sideways behind it, then a sandstone wall, another stripped birchwood log like so, another sandstone wall, another stripped birchwood log, a sandstone wall, stripped birchwood log, and then one more sandstone wall. So as you can see, we have 4 of the stripped birchwood logs and 4 of the walls. On the very end here, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a deep slate tile wall, and we're going to place it down right after it. We also want to take some deep slate blocks, and underneath the walls for the sandstone walls, we're going to be placing down deep slate blocks in the ground like so, just to go ahead and kind of mimic the tracks. Now, after that is done, we're going to go ahead and take our sandstone slabs, and these are going to be smooth sandstone. We're going to place down a row of 3 across from this first log that's right behind this stair. We're going to place down another stripped birchwood log on its side like this going back, and then we're going to place down a deep slate tile upside down stair. We're going to go ahead and repeat the same thing we did for the tracks over on the other side, just over to this side. So again, just go ahead and take your time, copy that side over, and then we're going to place down another deep slate wall. So it's going to look like this here. Here is a top-down view of what that will look like. We then want to go ahead and take our smooth sandstone, and we're going to place down a row of 3, and then a second row of 3. Then we have 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, bringing us all the way back to the last sandstone walls just in between there. We'll then be using our item frames. Again, these are going to be the invisible item frames. If not, you'll just be using regular ones. And we're going to go ahead and place down tripwire hooks in these item frames. So we're going to have one here. We're going to rotate that so it faces downwards. And then one right here as well. Again, have that face downwards like so. Then on the sides of the walls, we're going to place down an item frame and a cobweb. And over here, again, an item frame and a cobweb on the side of this wall. Also, one thing I did forget to mention is we, again, want to place down our polished deep slate underneath these sandstone walls. So just make sure you go ahead and do that. Once that's all done there, we're going to go ahead and then grab our item frames. And again, we're going to place down item frames on these birchwood logs just on the ends here. And in those birchwood logs, we're going to go ahead and place down a black concrete block. So just like that. And same thing over here on this side as well. And once you have that done right there, that's going to wrap up everything we have for layer number 1 of the build. Again, here's a quick little side view. Here is a top-down view, and with that, we'll be going ahead and moving into our next layer, layer number 2. Moving into our next layer, we'll be going ahead and moving into layer 2. For layer 2 to start with, we're going to be going ahead and placing down a stripped birchwood log sideways on top of this block here. We're going to place down a sandstone wall, a deep slate wall, a sandstone wall, and another stripped birchwood log on its side. We then want to place down an item frame to both sides, and in that item frame, we're going to place down a cobweb like so. And if you're on Java, and only if you're on Java, we're going to go ahead and place down a birchwood button that's going to be coming off the side of the block. Just note that on other versions of Minecraft, you're not able to place down an item frame and block or a button in the same block space, so you will have to just go ahead and settle with just the item frame. We then want to place down an item frame coming off these two walls like so, and we're going to go ahead and then place down a tripwire hook coming off those sandstone walls facing downwards like so. We're also going to place down a dark oak wood trapdoor on the sides of these birchwood logs and just make sure they stay closed like so. After that, we're going to go ahead and place down a deep slate tile top slab going back from those logs, as well as a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 of the deep slate slabs back on both sides. And then we're going to place down 2 dark oak wood signs on the sides of these slabs. Like so. After that, we want to go ahead and then grab ourselves our smooth sandstone. And we're going to place down a row of 3, then a second row. And we're just going to go ahead and fill this in all the way across between those deep slate slabs. And then we're going to place down one more row across the back here as well. We're going to go ahead and then place down a daylight detector on top of these walls here. And we're going to go ahead and then turn the daylight detector to that night mode, so it's going to have that bluish gray color. Then we want to place down a smooth sandstone stair on top of these 2 walls, and in between them, we're going to place down a polished deep slate wall to both sides, and a yellow stained glass pane there in the center. After that is all done, we're going to go ahead and then move on to our next layer. That is all we have to do here. Again, here's a top-down view of what that will look like with that all complete, and again, a little bit of a side view there. And with that, we'll be going ahead and moving into our next layer, which will be layer number 3. Moving into our next layer, we have layer number 3. For layer 3 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a birchwood trapdoor on top of these 2 logs, just like that. We then want to place down a sandstone wall on these 2 deep slate slabs. Then we're going to go ahead and place down a smooth sandstone upside down stair here. Then a smooth sandstone full block in the center. And then we're going to go ahead and grab our birchwood logs again, and we're going to place down a birchwood log that is going to be sideways like this in this section here. Coming off that birchwood log, we're going to place down a chain to mimic the coaxial machine gun. We then want to place down 2 birchwood pressure plates across the tops there of those walls, and that is going to wrap that up there for the front. Then going ahead and moving back from this, we're going to go ahead and grab our black concrete, and we're going to place down black concrete behind the stair here to kind of create that little viewport there for the driver. We then want to place down a sandstone wall here to the side. On the other side of it, we're going to go ahead and place down 2 smooth sandstone blocks and another sandstone wall over there. We're going to place down 2 more rows of 3 of smooth sandstone going across the center, a sandstone wall to both sides. And then we want to go ahead and place down another row of 3 of smooth sandstone across, and then we're going to place down a sandstone stair to both sides like so. Once that's done, we're going to place down a deep slate tile full block, and we then want to go ahead and place down a deep slate stair to both sides and another deep slate full block, again on both sides like that. In the center here, we're just going to go ahead and place down a smooth sandstone full block, a strip birchwood log, and another smooth sandstone full block going back like so. On the sides, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 sandstone stairs, and over here, same thing, 1, 2, 3 sandstone stairs. On the very back here, we're going to place down an item frame coming off these stairs. And in that item frame, we're going to be going ahead and placing down a red concrete block coming off the side of the stair. We also want to go ahead and place down a birchwood fence gate that's going to come off this. And again, this is going to be mainly only a Java feature. So if you're on Java, you're going to place down a fence gate here, open it up toward that stair, and same thing over here, open it up toward the stair like that. Then we want to place down a block of netherite on both sides here, and in that middle space, we're going to be going ahead and placing down a sandstone wall. So just like that, and that's going to get us set up here for the exhaust. With that all done though, that is going to wrap up everything we have for layer 3, and with that we'll be moving on to layer number 4. Moving on to our next layers, we have layer number 4. To begin with, for this layer, we'll be going ahead and placing down a birchwood pressure plate on top of this log here, and a second birchwood pressure plate right behind it. We're going to place down another birchwood pressure plate on top of this upside down stair, as well as a actual birchwood trapdoor right behind it, like that on that black concrete block. We're also going to place down a flower pot on top of these two walls here. And then taking our smooth sandstone, we're going to place down a row 3 behind the trapdoor and pressure plates like that, as well as a birchwood pressure plate on both sides here of this row 3. We're also going to place down an item frame here if you're on Java, and we're going to place it down on this block, and then we're going to go ahead and place down a black concrete block in the item frame like that to create the little gunner's viewport or, coaxial machine gun. Then after that, we're going to place down another row 3 of smooth sandstone across, and then a second row 3 right after that. To the sides of those, we're going to place down yellow stained glass panes, just like that. And then after that's done, we're going to go ahead and take our debug stick here. So again, my Java players, we're going to go and left click the glass pane until you get selected face, and you may have to play around with this a little bit. For me, my direction's south, just the way I have this tank facing. You may have to mess around with it, but you want this first glass pane or this one here more forward. You want it to stick forward more, basically almost connecting to that trap door. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and then place down a row 3 of sandstone upside down stairs across here, followed by a end rod on top of this stair here. And then we're going to place down another birchwood trapdoor on top of this block. We're going to go ahead and also grab a birchwood button, place it down on top of this space here, as well as an item frame on these two deep slate blocks. And in those item frames, we're going to place down a black bed and rotate it so that they're kind of angled with the white portion facing toward the block like that. We then want to go ahead and place down a flower pot on these two netherite blocks. And the very last thing for us to go ahead and do is going to be taking our smooth sandstone, placing down a row coming off the center, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 of these smooth sandstone top slabs like that to finish it off. Now, once that's done, we're going to go ahead and also continue on with my Java players. So if you're not on Java, I would recommend going ahead and just skipping on to the next layer. But for my Java players, we're going to place down a block here to both sides of these stairs. We're going to go ahead and then place down a birchwood button on the side of those stairs. We'll left click it until we get selected face. Right click this, set this to floor. Left click it again until we get selected facing. And we're going to go ahead and rotate this so that they are angled just like that to kind of create some detail there on the top. As well as doing that, we do want to go ahead and go to this wall down here, this deep slate wall. And using our debug stick again, we are going to go ahead and change the directions of this. So we're going to go ahead and have it facing to the east for me and then to the west, but it's just going to basically stick out to the sides there. And that's just going to kind of wrap up the back there of the tracks and make it look a little bit nicer. Anyways, though, once that's all complete there, that is going to wrap that up. Once we have that all put together, though, that is going to create the everything that we have here for layers 1 through 4. And again, here is a top-down view of what that should look like. And you guys saw the side view there. With that, we'll be going ahead and moving into our final layers, which will be layers 5, 6, and 7. Moving into our final layers, we have layers 5 through 7. For these layers here, we're going to start off by going ahead and going into these first two smooth sandstone top slabs. We're going to place down 2 birchwood pressure plates. We then want to place down 3 birchwood trapdoors going across this space here, followed by a flower pot in the center, daylight detector to both sides. Make sure you close those trapdoors if they do decide to open up. We're going to place down there a smooth sandstone slab here, and then another set of 2 of daylight detectors across this space here. After that, we'll then place down a row of 3 of birchwood trapdoors across this backspace here of the turret. We're also going to go ahead and grab ourselves some of our iron bars, and we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 3 of iron bars that go up like so. You may need to go ahead and activate this trapdoor here, and in doing so, you may get something that looks like this. And we're going to place down our candles, black candles on top of those trapdoors, and then just reclose them like that, and they should stick and be up there like that. After we have those trapdoors all done, real quick for my Java players, I want to go ahead and discuss something real quick. We will be taking our debug stick here, and we will be going ahead and using it to basically extend this side of the glass pane going forward. So it's going to go toward that trapdoor there. That's just going to kind of clean up the side of the turret. After that is all done there, we do want to go ahead and also place down a block here. Again, this is going to be for Java only. Place down a polished blackstone button, and we're going to rotate it so that it comes off the side of that wall right there. And we're going to do the same thing over here on this side as well, just like that. And that is going to basically create that little German iron cross there. Now, after that is all done, we are going to be going ahead and also grabbing ourselves a wither skeleton skull and a chain. We're going to place down a wither skeleton skull here on the side of this slab, as well as a chain going forward for like that for the machine gun. Now, also again for my Java players, we're going to go ahead and spice this up a little bit by going ahead and placing down a block here to the side. We're going to place down a tripwire hook, and again, using our debug stick, we're going to rotate this around till it comes off that wither skeleton skull. So it is going to look something just like that. After you have that all done though, that is going to wrap up everything we have for layers 5, 6, and 7. And with that, that's going to complete my design here for the Tiger 1 Ausf. If you guys do end up using this build, I do ask that you guys give me proper credit for it. This can be anything from a sound of the build to a link to my channel or this video, if this does appear on any social media sites or in your own worlds or whatever. As long as you guys give me proper credit for it, you guys are free to use it for projects you guys are working on. As always, leave your feedback, all that stuff down in the comments below. This is my first 1.5:1 tutorial on the channel, so I'm definitely looking for feedback and seeing all ways I can improve the formatting or anything that you guys deem would be a good thing to improve on. With that though, I want to thank everybody so much for watching. Definitely feel free to check out my Discord and Planet Minecraft, link down in the video descriptions. With that though, thank you all again so much for watching. As always, don't like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Garrett2by4, and I will see you guys next time.